These are the comments I accidentally left out of the Grizzlies video. So YRN Snag voted for the Grizzlies, which we did. So I just forgot to insert these comments in the beginning of the video, so I'm doing it now. I promised to do that in the comment section in the last video. And the other guy that wanted the Grizzlies was Easy Speedy. So thank you guys for your suggestions on what team you wanted me to do. I appreciate it a lot. And make sure to keep commenting different teams if you want to try to be featured again. But there's going to be a comment I want to talk about towards the end of these. But next we got the Bulls, which is what we're doing today. I'm not going to even try to attempt to say that name. I will definitely say it wrong. So thank you, Isma. I guess I'll just say Isma. Thank you for leaving Bulls in the comment section. And last but not least, we have Seth Hubbard, do the Bulls next. I hope you guys do enjoy that. Said you wanted the Bulls. I tried my best. You know, this team is you really don't know what the Bulls could do because they like to stay competitive, but then they need to rebuild soon. It's definitely they need to do that. But, you know, I'm going to talk about this comment because this actually made me very happy. So this guy actually cut his name out, but it was Henry Jin said that, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but he was giving me kind of some constructive criticism here and there, but he compared me to different 2K YouTubers and said that he likes how my trades are more realistic. And that just meant a lot to me, to be honest. And he said I was very underrated, and that I appreciated that so much. It made me very happy. It makes me feel like I'm doing something right. And, you know, when I first started YouTube, I didn't know how well I could be doing at this, and I feel like I'm doing something right. So I appreciate that a lot from you, Henry Dren. That means a lot to me, and I really wanted to put that in the comment section. I'm, like, doing so great. I'm so blessed. We're almost at 300. It's so awesome. It's a great feeling. I never knew I could be this growing this much on YouTube, man. It is so awesome, and it's all because of you guys. Thank you so damn much. But that's it. I just really appreciate that comment. I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and make sure to leave your team in the comment section to be featured in the next video. But hope you guys enjoy. What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to our brand new off-season series. And today what we got is the Chicago Bulls. But before we get into that, we're like 7 subscribers away from 300. I hit 200 subscribers in the beginning of June, so we're going to reach 100 in under a month. That is awesome. Thank you guys so much. That's so good for me. I'm trying to reach 1,000 before the end of the summer. I don't know if we can do it, but definitely by the end of the year, I feel like we can do it. But I'm aiming for the summer, but we'll just have to wait and see about that. So I've been getting awesome feedback from you guys, and it's just been very awesome. I highlighted some of the things I liked in the beginning of the video. You guys will see that. Hopefully I don't forget this time like I did. I'm going to feature the Grizzlies comments too, because I forgot to do it in the beginning of the video. But other than that, I feel like I'm forgetting something, but hopefully it'll come back to me. But right now we're going to go ahead and get into this, predicting the off-season series. Oh yeah, that's what come to me. So I feel like people are starting to understand what this series is really about. It's not about going out and winning a championship, because, you know, championship teams don't happen in one offseason. Jeez, the Bulls have a lot of free agents. Jeez, I didn't even know that. Wow. But a lot depends. It depends on a lot for these guys. But alright, I got distracted. So a lot of people are starting to understand what this series is really about, and I appreciate that a lot. And it's not all about just going out and winning a championship. It's about, you know, predicting the offseason. Predicting the offseason these guys are going to have. But enough chit-chat. The Chicago Bulls, man. The Bulls are in an interesting situation. You know, Jimmy Butler has been in numerous trade rumors. Nothing has happened yet. Dwayne Wade, we all know, signed a contract with the Bulls last offseason. He had an okay season. They have his stats right here, so 18 is not bad. Miritich, so they signed Rondo too. So I don't know what this team really is in for this offseason. So this is going to be a blind. Pretty much it's going to be really blind. What I mean by that is that this is going to be tough to predict. And they have the right draft pick. The Bulls do have the 16th pick in the draft, so we don't have to worry about that. Head coach. I was about to say, who is the Bulls head coach? But I forgot. It's slipping my mind. It's slipping my mind. But a lot of people don't like him. I know that for sure. A lot of Bulls fans make fun of him. I forget what his name is. Hopefully he's in this list somewhere. It is slipping my mind. Wow. you know what? I'm going to, like, during one of the cuts, I'm just going to go find out. It's literally slipping my mind who it is, but whatever. We'll just go out here, sign a head coach. I don't know. We go for Paul Pierce, Tyronn Lue, David Fisdale, Luke Wallace. No, I don't know who this guy is, but whatever. I'll give him an offer. I'll give Steve Kerr an offer. You know, Steve Kerr always signs, but, you know, I don't think Steve Kerr would leave the Warriors, so I'm going to decline and get this guy, Larry Drew. Wow, it is totally slipping my mind who the Bulls coach is, but I don't know. I just can't think about it's slipping my mind badly. It is. But now we're going to go into the draft. Let's start addressing this team's needs. Let's go to the draft. We have the 16th pick. Let's see if we can have anybody fall to us like crazy. The Bulls need to keep this pick. There's no reason to trade it. So let's see what we got out here. We have 24 trade offers, so I guess that's something to look at. But we're not going to trade this pick, most likely. Depends on what's out here, though. Terrence Ferguson is still here. OG Anunoby is still here. Donovan Mitchell is still here. Juwan Evans, Isaiah Hartenstein, Jordan Bell, Harry Giles. So they do have Dwayne Wade, but you don't know how much longer that'll last. So I'm going to go ahead and draft Terrence Ferguson with this first round pick. And so what I'm trying to address for the Bulls here, this team doesn't like to rebuild. I don't know who their GM is exactly, or who runs whatever, runs the offseason, runs the plans or whatever. But the Bulls do not like rebuilding. They always try to stay competitive. They avoided it last year when they got rid of all these. Derrick Rose got traded. Terrence Ferguson, I did not know his rating would be that low, but it's fine. Team player option. Portis, definitely accepting that. Rondo, do they want to bring him back? I don't know if the Bulls would bring him back. I feel like for that money, probably not. Cameron Payne and Dwayne Wade accepted. What I was trying to say is the Bulls, like, they avoided it when they got rid of Derrick Rose, and then Pau Gasol left, and then Joakim Noah left. They kind of avoided it. You know, they went on a quick little spurt and signed. I'm not offering Michael Carter Williams because he doesn't fit with this team. They went out and signed. God, just stop getting distracted and freaking talk, dude. Like, I'm literally just. Okay. They went out and signed Dwayne Wade and they signed Rondo to try to avoid a little quick, a quick rebuild process, because that's what this team is about to become. They wanted to stay competitive, so they signed Rondo and Dwayne Wade. Now, those are veteran guys, but I think a lot depends on this offseason with Dwayne Wade for the Bulls. If he opts out, becomes a free agent, he probably doesn't want to come back, because I don't think a lot of teams are going to give him $23 million anymore. Maybe they will, I don't know. But it depends on Dwayne Wade. Will this team start the rebuild process, or if Dwayne Wade comes back, will they just keep rolling with it? I don't know. It's like, this is why this one's going to be a tough predictions video, because the Bulls like to stay competitive, but then again, you guys need to start rebuilding, man. And they don't like rebuilding based off the nature of their team, their background, having MJ and always being in the finals or whatever. But, I don't know, man. They think they should start the rebuilding process sooner rather than later. But other than that, let's go ahead and get started. So, right now, Dwayne Wade accepted his player option. Now, I don't know if I'm too happy with that. I just have... Dwayne Wade has not said whether or not he will accept or not. He's on vacation or something right now. That's the last update I read, and he's thinking about it over vacation. So, I guess we'll assume for now Dwayne Wade does come back, and we'll keep him here. I'm not going to trade him. I don't feel like it's necessary to trade Dwayne Wade. He either wants to be here or he doesn't, and based off 2K, he does want to be here. So right away, I'm going to go ahead and do this, though, because he goes up 91. Okay, so Dwayne Wade stays here. Let's just say that for instance. So we're still kind of competitive team, right? I think right away, something that needs to be done is maybe trade Robin Lopez, because he has a big contract. I don't think you trade away that Kings pick, because that's going to be pretty valuable probably. Let's see what we get for Robin Lopez. Joakim Noah, bring him back to Chicago? Absolutely freaking not. Darrell Arthur, Dante Cunningham, Tyson Chandler. Just not seeing anything very nice out here. Maybe I'll have to make a trade of my own. What do I really want back for Robin Lopez, though? I don't know. I'm trying to think about what I would want back from him. We want Lopez right now is our starting center, so maybe we get a starting center out here. Frank Kaminsky, you want to give us Frank Kaminsky for Robin Lopez? I can't take in that contract anyway. Nurkic, nah. Towns, Gorgie, dang. Pekovic, probably not. Enes Kanter or Steven Adams might be interesting. Chandler, Pau Gasol, Dwayne Dedman, Clint Capella. I don't know, man. Like, what should we go after for this team to stay competitive? Because I feel like if Dwayne Wade comes back, this team is going to try to stay competitive. But if he leaves, I feel like they should start thinking about a rebuilding process. But if Dwayne Wade does come back, opts in, then you start to think maybe this is a sign that we could stay competitive. And if Rondo didn't get injured, they would have had a good shot at upsetting the Celtics in the first round. I don't know how far they would have went in the playoffs, but whether they would have probably could have upset one of those guys. So maybe going after like a young center, maybe in like Scow or Willie Cauley-Stein might be interesting. Might have to come back to that. I'm just kind of scrolling through. We already went through the Hornets. So do we go for Willie Cauley-Stein or Scal Labissiere? Who do the Kings value more? I feel like they value Scal Labissiere more. So maybe we go for a Willie Cauley-Stein. Let's see what they say straight up. They don't want to do it. Of course not. We'll throw in a second rounder. You want to do it then? I'm not giving you your first rounder back. I'll throw in another player. What about not Denzel, Paul Zipser? I don't know. Cameron Payne. He might be valuable for them in the future, so I don't know. Paul Zipser, I don't know how valuable he is to them either. Maybe I'll throw him in anyway, and they accept it. So, I don't know. I don't know Paul Zipser. I have no idea. So, we get a young center, borderline. He could play now. And we free up some cap space in the process. So, really, we're still a competitive team. Point guard would be pretty valuable right now. We have Bobby Portis at the 4. Valentine might step up in the rotation this offseason. Point guards, that's what we really need to look at. Like a guy like Derrick Rose, bring him back to Chicago? Nah. George Hill, like maybe they sign like Drew Holiday, something like that. I don't know. Jeff Teague, probably. I don't know. Lowry, would they give Lowry an offer? Most likely. And by the way, I know I can give them more money. I don't know why I'm not. That was back then when I got a comment about I'm so stupid. You're supposed to give them. You can give them more money. I was like, yeah, I am aware of that. I was just doing it for the hell of it because I was just like giving a bunch of people contracts. But that's way in the past. George Hill, I'm gonna offer him a contract. Drew Holiday, gonna offer you a contract too. I feel like Drew Holiday would be a nice signing for this team. If they were trying to stay competitive, Kyle Lowry accepts other offer. I kind of expected that. Let's see what else we got. So we have the choice between George Hill, Jeff Teague, and Drew Holiday. So this is how you think about this. George Hill, 31, plays defense, can shoot, and he's coming off the best season of his career almost. I think it is with the Jazz. Jeff Teague, he's always been a nice support player. He's always been a pretty good player, and you can't go wrong with him. Drew Holiday is younger and is still kind of finding himself. Not really finding himself, but he's still younger than these two. I'm going to go with the cheaper option and Drew Holiday. Why not? So I'm going to decline both of you guys and go with Drew Holiday for the cheaper option. That way we can bring in more players. So Drew Holiday is going to be our starting point guard. So I think that's pretty nice, I guess. So Dwayne Wade still, and we should probably get a starting center or power forward. Let's see what else we can get out here. Mason Plumlee would be pretty nice. Wouldn't be bad. Serge Ibaka, Mirotic, we do need to get him back. Paul Millsap, probably not. Maybe Mason Plumlee would be nice. I don't know. Maybe we can get Mason Plumlee. I feel like that'd be okay. Hopefully Mirotic. Does he have any offers? No, he does not. He'll come back. Let's see what we got. Plumlee, Mirotic. They both want to come back. Yeah, I'll take those guys. Mason Plumlee can pass the ball, so I guess I'll take him. I could see them going out and sign Mason Plumlee. So they trade for Willie Cauley-Stein. We have our fours. Denzel Valentine can be our backup small forward. I'd be okay with that. And these young guys can be our backups. I would not mind, to be honest. It would not bother me by any means, but you know, I'm just gonna roll with the young guys because eventually this team's gonna need a rebuild. They can't avoid it for that long, so maybe this is kind of a mix between veterans and not really veterans anymore. Dwayne Wade's just an old 35, but everybody else is under the age of 30, so kind of a young team. Jimmy Butler, you know, we don't know what's going to happen with him in the future. Like I said, this is a tough predictions video because this team has been like in enormous rumors and you just don't know what they're going to do. This team likes to stay competitive. They avoid the rebuild. You never know if they'll do it again. So it's just tough. You just don't know. So hopefully you guys agree with me or you not agree with me or you can see it happening. That's kind of where I try to go with in this video. So player progression. Dwayne Wade goes down 1, kind of expected that. Cameron Payne. So I want these young guys to progress. Now these are actually Bobby Portis as well. I don't know what pick he was drafted with, but he's only 22, so that's nice for Chicago. Definitely keep him around. I think he had a pretty nice playoffs too, if I'm not wrong. I'm gonna give our untapped potential to Terrence Ferguson. Why not? So let's go ahead and run a 10-man rotation. 10-man rotation, and they want to start Gerald Henderson, Sevolosha, and Sean Livingston. Absolutely freaking not. Ferguson, you get Henderson's minutes. I don't even care if you guys are like below whatever. I don't care, man. I want to give these young guys some minutes. Show me what you got. That's all I'm trying to say here, I guess. Yeah, show me what you got. I mean, it can't go wrong. I mean, they're all young. They'll find themselves in the rotation, and bam, it's not like they're starting or anything. So I guess this is going to be our rotation. Drew Holiday, Dwayne Wade, Jimmy Butler, Mirotic, Mason Plumlee, Willie Cauley-Stein off the bench, Bobby Portis, Terrence Ferguson, Denzel Valentine, and Cameron Payne. So I'm cool with that. I'm going to go ahead and send him to the trade deadline. Probably make a trade or two. We'll just have to see how well we're doing. And I hope to make the playoffs. All right, so here we are somewhere around the trade deadline. We're not exactly there yet, but we're doing pretty decent. We are the 3rd seed. We were the 1st seed for a while. We were getting a lot of W's. So it seems to be going well. Maybe I put the right mix together. Let's see how the stats are looking. Jimmy Butler with 19.7, Dwayne with 15, Willie Cauley-Stein with 10, Mirotic and Ferguson with 8, Plumlee 7, and 5 and 5. So the young guys are stepping up a little, which is cool to see. Now I'm kind of thinking here, what is something we could do? I'm just curious to what kind of value this Kings pick has. I'm just curious. I'm not going to trade it. I just want to know. I should have just put it in the proposed trade, but no, I'm stupid and I wanted to wait on 2K's loading screen. So just sit here politely and wait with me while we have a moment of silence for 2K's loading screen. Okay, so we're back. It only has a 2-star rating, so that took forever. Probably wasn't worth the wait, but whatever. We waited anyway. Not gonna trade Zaza Pachulia for freaking. Why the hell, Mavericks, would we trade a 1st rounder for Zaza? Well, Barton, that's pretty decent. I don't know, man. We're not trading the pick. I was just curious. How are the Kings doing? Are they doing decent or something? The Kings are in the other conference. They're not doing too great. So I mean, it's not the best, but it would be very beneficial for Chicago to keep that pick, so I'm not going to trade it because they'll need it for their future. This team is doing pretty decent. I really don't want to. I really just want to add like one more piece that's just going to take us over, take us there. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but take us to where we are really wanting to be. So that's what I guess I'm trying to say. Contracts. I'm just curious. Cauley Stein has one more player option, so I was thinking about maybe trading him, but I won't do that. These guys are stepping up big time for us, so I'm not going to trade them. They're playing some valuable minutes. What could we get for Mirotic though? And maybe a future first round pick. What could we get for Mirotic and a future first rounder? Could we step up our power forward game? Maybe. Although Mirotic is a supposedly a nice knockdown shooter. Seth Curry, that'd be pretty nice. But we already have Trevor Booker. We already have Terrence Ferguson off the bench, so don't really need that. Trevor Ariza, Taj Gibson, bring him back to Chicago. Minu, Markieff Morris. Ooh, that is very tempting. I'm not going to lie. Step up the power forward game just by a little bit. Maybe we can even include like another player in this trade. Who could we try to include here? I don't think the Wizards would trade Kelly Oubre. A lot of the Wizards fans, I think, love Kelly Oubre. You know, especially when he knocked down Kelly Olynyk in the playoffs. I thought that was badass. They traded for Marcin Gortat for Tristan Thompson. It looks like that's pretty interesting. And did they trade for Robin Lopez too from the Kings? Nice. Okay. Bojan Bogdanovic. Just kidding. Okay, so I guess all we're gonna do is just step up our power forward game a little bit. Is it gonna be a nice swap where it's gonna get Markieff Morris? I guess that's no, absolutely freaking no. Let's go back to decline this trade and go back to the trade and take it. So we get Markieff Morris to just step up the power forward game a little bit, I guess. So nothing wrong with that. So let's throw in Markieff Morris into the starting rotation. 22. Who's getting minutes that's not supposed to? No one. Okay, so Bobby Portis should be getting minutes right there. Okay, I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, so now we can distribute the minutes. I'll give him 28, and I'll give Bobby Portis 20. Sounds good. Okay, so I guess that's the only move we're really going to do. I don't know how well this team will do in the playoffs. I feel like we'll make it there. We are the 3rd seed right now, but hopefully we can do pretty well in the playoffs. All right, so here we are in the All-NBA teams. Just kind of curious if any of our guys made it on here. Not seeing anything yet. All rookie teams, can we make? No, we do not. So that kind of sucks, but nothing to do. 4th seed, which is pretty accurate. I feel like the Bulls could definitely, with an offseason, could definitely get the 4th seed. Let's see how well the final stats were for everybody. 19, 15, and 11, and 6. 10, 9. Markieff Morris, I think, was playing a little bit better than Mirotic was, I'm pretty sure. So that was a decent trade. Ferguson is going to be the shooting guard of the future for Chicago right there. 8 points per game off the bench. So Plumlee with 8 and 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Bobby Portis and with almost 7. Payne 5. Valentine with 5. So let's go ahead and face the Celtics. Probably gonna lose because they do have overpowered because they had Nets pick and they have Dennis Smith Jr. So they do have a nice team. We'll just see how well we do though. We do have home court advantage, so that should help us out a little bit. We're up 2-0. Can we keep it up? No, they're 3-2. Let's move on. Oh, we're going to a game 7. So what do they want to do? They want to give Ferguson more minutes. They don't want to give him any minutes. They want to give Livingston and Henderson minutes. I don't like that. I'm not liking that, 2K. I'm not liking that. No. Give more minutes? No. No. Absolutely freaking not. You try to take away my guys' minutes. I just realized what you tried to do to me. 17. I usually listen to 2K for whatever reason, and I'll give 11. See, I'm not listening to you, 2K. I don't care what you have to say about my young guys being in rotation. Maybe I should have listened, but who knows? Yeah, probably should have listened, but what can you do? We get eliminated in 7, so that's how well the season goes for Chicago based off my predictions. Dwayne Wade kind of took a down spiral in the playoffs. Was averaging 15 this season and only 13 in the playoffs. Some of these people really stepped it up. Ferguson, 9 points per game instead. So let's go ahead and see the closeout game. Drew Holiday, 23. Jimmy Butler, what are you doing? You're not hooping. What the hell, man? What the hell, dude? Why are you 4 for 9? Why are you taking more shots? Why is Dwayne Wade taking 15? You're only taking 9 shots. What the? Who signed up for this, man? Who signed up for this? But nah, I hope you guys did enjoy. And I'm actually going to have music in this video for once. I usually never have music, and I've had comments about it before. But we're going to do music this time. I hope you guys do enjoy the music, along with my voice, I guess. But that's it for me, guys. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We're so close to 300. Leave your team in the comment section to be featured in the next episode. Right now, people have been commenting Wizards, and I have a Wizards thumbnail ready on deck. But if another team gets voted, I'll go ahead and do a thumbnail for that different team. But just let me know what you guys think and whatever team you want. This Crushables, and I'm saying peace.